Bread and Roses, Missouri has for some years now been presenting performances they call workers' operas. They include a series of scenes and sometimes musical numbers with material usually drawn from labor history or current issues of concern to labor. Now they have come up with a full-length original play, and it's impressive work. The play is called Jailbird, and it's about the great socialist and labor leader Eugene V. Debs. Colin McLaughlin wrote it. McLaughlin has worked with Bread and Roses on several productions, writing scripts, and especially preparing and performing the music. He's focused his play strategically on one day in Debs' life, Tuesday, November 2, 1920, the day of the federal election for president. Debs is in the federal prison in Atlanta, sentence in effect for his opposition to the country's participation in the First World War. He's also running for president. He is again the candidate of the Socialist Party. The time and place allow for several visitors to Debs' cell and its service area, well arranged by Jimmy Blanton's set. 3 regular visitors are fellow convicts, each with his own story, each eager to learn from Debs about his causes, about economics and capitalism and socialism. This also allows us in the audience to learn some things from Debs. But the 3 also form a chorus. They recite lines from Debs' speeches and writings while we see him writing at the table in his cell. This could seem confusing. Who are these people? But we quickly realize the inventiveness of playwright McLaughlin and director Catherine Bentley in finding a way to bring us painlessly a lot of what Debs had to say. He was also a very good writer. Some of this information we get from Debs' conversations with his cell block jailer, a young good old Georgia boy who's very curious about this famous prisoner he has on his hands. He's suspicious, after all, the guy is in jail, but some of what he hears makes sense to him, and then suddenly something will make him realize that this is a dangerous radical. The prison warden, who seems more than a little sympathetic to Debs and has granted him some license on Election Day, visits for more enlightening conversation. So does a young woman anarchist, an associate of Emma Goldman, come to exchange books with Debs. His wife Kate also visits and urges him to accept a compromise the government offered so he could come home to her. It was a busy and revelatory day, and, as I said, a shrewd choice by the playwright. So were director Bentley's choices of a cast. Sean Sheely, very strong as Debs, Kenya Hitchens, Michael Paplanis, and Ryan Lawson-Maskey as the 3 lively prisoners and the chorus. Noah Laster is the impulsive jailer, the always fine Thomasina Clark as the warden, Hassie Davis moving as wife Kate, and Summer Bear, a delight, as the young anarchist. Claire Fairbanks did lights, Anita Jackson costumes and props, and Shane Devine and Jackson Sredoyevich designed sound and played music. Jailbird was a splendid first for Bread and Roses.
Yes, I was unwell the night that you went, and now I'm even sorrier that I missed it.
I hope they do it again.
I hope you like the reviews on Two on the Aisle. You can click here to see other reviews and to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to be reminded immediately after we post. Enjoy the reviews.